Welcome back to Season 2 of the Viridian League. We've already arrived at Event 4, block bumping. Although similar to block pushing from Season 1, the strategies will be a bit different this time. This is a completely new event for our teams. None of them have faced this in any form whatsoever prior to this event today. You can see here the Evergreen Oaks hold a steady lead after getting medals in all three of the past events. They're hoping to extend the lead even further with maybe even a fourth medal right here now. We can go into how this event will go. You can see here all your team members are side by side in their separate lanes and have their own blocks to push, but you can help your team members get all their blocks as far as you want because it's a cumulative score. Every block matters here. Now we'll start off with the first heat with the quartz roses, and off they go. You can see here some great teamwork there, allowing that I think that was Geo to push their block all the way into the 12 zone. It's gonna give them 12 points, and along with 3, 4, and 5 is gonna give them a 24 total to start off with. That's not a bad start here. Now we have 2 runs in this event, and it's gonna be the total of those 2 runs, so you can't be slacking either. And let's see, the second run is gonna be a bit worse for the quartz roses, but still an alright result. That's gonna put them at 46 total. So it's cumulative from all 8 blocks that are pushed, but of course that's divided over 2 hits. Now we are already at the second heat with the Rainbirds, and off they go. Let's see here, some decent teamwork getting those bottom 2 blocks further past the 7, but the other 3 are lacking a bit, and it's only going to put them at a 22 total so far. We'll need a bit of a better result in the second heat if they want to beat the quartz roses. Let's see. And some great teamwork to get that 1 block further, but the rest lacking. With a 2 in there is not going to help them whatsoever. The 10 is saving this run, and it's still decent with a 21, but only 43 total, combining that with their 22, which is just barely better. Now we're already at the third run with the Nightshades. Gold medalist in block pushing in Season 1. Let's see if it will convert to a good run here, and let's see. The first result of 21 is not great. They have a 1 in there. That's really bogging down their score. A 6, 7, and 7 are decent on in their own, but that 1 is not doing any favors. They need a better run here to make up for it. Let's see. 1 block going very far, all the way to a 15, and the others aren't too awful either, and it's going to result in a 27 for them. That 15 is really helping their score there. The 3, 4, and 5 are just barely enough to get them to a 48 total, which is going to take the lead here. Great second run there from the Nightshades. Now we're already at the Event Auroras in, I believe, run 4, and some great teamwork there to get that further block past the 10 and another past 6, but a 2 and a 3 a little lackluster. They we haven't seen much consistency from our team yet. Just a few strong pushes, but not a strong off route. Let's see if those can improve on that in this second run. Let's see another great push by 1 marble with some teamwork, but the other 3 are lacking once again. But it's better than the average we've seen with a 5 and a 6, along with that 11 for 25 total and 46. It's gonna put them right in second, I believe, on a tiebreak with the quartz roses. In the case of tiebreak, it's best individual run, so that's off blocks here. Now we're already at Team Brimstone, and that is not a good start for them. They're in last right now, and they need a good result here, but an 18th in the first one is not going to help them very much. They'll need a lot better in the second round. Let's see if they can deliver on that. Let's see, and it's not looking like it. And yeah, this is going to settle for another 18, and that's the 2 worst runs we've seen so far back to back. And that's going to obviously put them in last so far. Not what the Team Brimstone wanted to see here. Now, all matches, heat 6 of the day. And up they go. Let's see. Managing very consistently getting 3 blocks past 5. 1 in, I believe that's an 8 and a 7. And the 3 is not too shabby either. That's going to put them in 23, which is a solid run. It's not going to help them challenge for the medals if they don't do better here. Let's see. Let's see, a great push there from the top. I believe it was Cinder or Crisp. And it's going to put them at a 26. And it's going to put them in the lead with a 49 total. Just 1 ahead of the Nightshades. 4, 6, 6, and 10. This was a consistent run all throughout. Although 10 is a bit above half the rest. Now we're already at the John Jolt in round 7. Let's see. Ooh, 2 marbles doing very well to keep their push their block all the way past the 10 and the 9. That's along with a 3 and a 6. That's a very good run here. And 29 total is the best run we've seen so far from the John Jolt. But it's only the first heat. Let's see if they can live up to it in the second. They just need a decent run to take the leader And it's not gonna happen for them. It's only 16. That's the worst run we've seen. Going from best to the worst with a 2, 3, 4, and 7. Only 16 total. Gonna put them at 45. And that's 5th so far. That is not what they wanted to see in that second run now. Evergreen Oaks are championship leaders in the last run of the first half. Let's see. Hoping for their 4th medal in a row, but with a 90 to start off, it's not looking very good for them. They need an incredible second run to make up for that, like we saw with the John Jolts. Though I don't know if this in the John Rolls first one, but I don't know if that will be good enough. Even if they were to achieve that, let's see how will they do in the second one. A bit better at the top there with Forrest with some teamwork, but it's only going to be 23, and that's not going to be good enough to make up for their lackluster run at the start. That's going to put them in 7 out of 8. It's no 4th medal here for the Evergreen Oaks. Frankly, I believe that will likely be a bottom half finish, but we still have 8 teams to go, such as the Supersonics. They were the best team in team events last season, but have not been able to make much work in the team events so far. And let's see, it is another promising start for them. A 9 team, just like the Evergreen Oaks in their first run. 4, 4, 4, 7. Decently consistent, but very low all throughout. They'll need to do better here. Managing to push that 1 block further, but the other 3 are lacking. And it's going to be 23. They're going to tie the Evergreen Oaks. Leave the Evergreen Oaks have this have the tiebreak here, and it's going to fit them in 8th out of 9th. And it's not what they wanted to see. Now we're already at Heat 10 with the Cosmoscopes. And off they go. And that top marble started doing very well to push it all the way to a 15. But the others are a bit lackluster, so it's only going to be a 24 total. Still, a solid run to start out with. If they can follow up with a decent run, they could very well take the lead here, but they need to keep some gas in their tank from the first one. Let's see if they did. And it's gonna be close. It's another 24. Very different story though. This is a lot more even throughout, whilst the first one was a lot more disjointed. But it's gonna put them at a 48 total and into 3rd place so far, losing the tiebreak with the United, I believe. Now we're already at the Super Snapdragons. Let's see, some great teamwork there to allow Madras to push it all the way past in 10. And it's going to result in a 23 total, 3, 4, 5. Holding back their score a bit. But this is a decent start for them. Of course, they'll need more if they want to challenge for the gold medal. Or even a podium, let's see. And it's looking very strong. All the way to a 30. And that's if you're going to flow over into the 31. This is an incredible one. A 9 and a 13. And 4 or 5 aren't too shabby yet. And that's going to very solidly put them into the lead with a 45, 54 total. Now, Sterling Sky's 12th run of the day already. And off they go. Let's see here. Not as strong of a start. Only 22. Very consistent throughout. It's 3 been lacking a bit. But 6, 6, 7 is solid. But it's only going to put them with a 22 total. They'll need better in the second run if they want to challenge at the top. The standings have been very close so far. So every point matters. Let's see. And it's actually going to be 1 point worse. And that's not going to do many favors. Only 9th out of 12 with a 43 total. These are very tight margins. Just 1 point can make all the difference. Now, the Wintermins, bronze in the last event. Let's see if they can repeat that here. Or do it perhaps even better. But this first start run is not looking promising. Only a 20 total. They'll need a mammoth run to make up for that. In the next heat, a 4, 4, 6. It's very consistent, but not consistent enough. Need just a bit more for all throughout. Let's see if they can deliver on that in the second run. Let's see. And no, on another 20. Well, it flows over into a 21 just barely. But it's only going to put them in 41 total. And that's 12 out of the 13. Just beating 1 team. I believe that is Team Brimstone. Not what the Wintermins wanted to see here. Now the Apple Tarts. Can they do better than that? Let's see. And it's a rocky start. Just flying past all the blocks. Still a 23 total with a 5, 6, 6, 6. Managing to get a solid points out all out of it. But they need to do at least this one, the second run, if they want to get up there. Let's see. Will they? They get 1 block further, but the others are worse. And it's only at 18. Just barely flowing over into 18. 3, 3, 4, 8. And that's only going to be 41 total. But beating the Wintermins there because of that first one, which is was a lot better than I gave them credit for. Now, with the Histrons in the penultimate round of the day, let's see. Ooh, some great teamwork here. And it's going to be a 27. They have a great teamwork at the top to push those 2 blocks further. And then a great solo adventure from, I don't know, couldn't quite catch that, who that was at the bottom to put them very far. That That looks like it was A1. Let's see. Will they live up to it? They have a 27. They just need a solid result and they're not gonna get it. Only 19. This could have been a surefire podium, but 19 is doing them short with only a 46 total, which is gonna put them out of in 5th so far. Now in the final heat with the Dune Dashers, heat 16 out of 16. And off they go. Decent start here, but only one block really managed to get very far. A 22 total, 3, 4, 6, 9. Not quite consistent, but as we've seen, just getting one very far can do a lot for your score. Let's see how will they reply to their first run, and it's worse. Only their first block only got an 8th this time, and 3, 4, 5 for 20 total, and 42 is going to put them in 13th out of 16. But that means the Snapdragons, with that incredible run here, you can see Arcane pushing the block very far, will win this event. It's only fitting that our one debut team will win the first completely new event that none of our teams have faced before, with Ashes and Shades rounding out the podium. Phoenix, of course, still hold a steady lead, but with that gold medal, the Snapdragons jump up 8 spots into the top 5. All Masters and Nightshades also jump up with their medals. They're happy to see that, but still, it's a long battle before anyone catches up to the Evergreen Oaks. Next event will be the hurdles. See you then.